Welcome back, everybody. Coolbro794 here. And I know this run took a little bit longer to get up than normal, except instead of leveling up my Succo for the boosted unit, I ended up leveling up my level 80 units, if you didn't see my summons video. And that was probably not the best idea, so I wanted to level up my Succo a little bit first. And I definitely won't say this is the best run in the world, but it definitely gets you up there in the top 100. I think it's about 60th or so. And it's not the hardest to play, although this run could be improved with more 5x5s. And to start off, I want to do a manual stand-up to build up some combo first. And you gotta remember, if you're playing this team, you need to make boxes. These boxes to cover the block panels are super important for right here. And then right here, boom, boom, done. Then you got the block panels out of the way, then you can just play the game like normal. If you see I made one more box, you want to keep one more box just for later, just in case. Because there are times while playing this team where Doppio will create 6 panels, and my Mista's only skill 5, so he won't destroy all 6 panels. I don't think this happens for other teams, I'm not sure why this happens, but you want to keep that one box just in case. Because if your skill 4 Mista destroys 5 panels, you can cover the last one with the box. See, like right here. I needed to get rid of those 2 boxes so Mista would destroy them all, so I could still make the 4x4s with V4taro. Because the 4x4s are super important, which is why I swapped out some of my erase stickers for stand-up time stickers. Just because in this run, because of those hole panels at the start, a lot more of your damage ends up coming from stand-up time. And so if you don't get a 4x4 every single stand-up time, your score ends up going heavily down. And for the rest of the run, it's really just rinse and repeat. You make a match or 2 to build up some more combo and make it easier to go into stand-up time because of the holes. Hit Mista to get rid of the block panels, hit V4taro, get to stand-up time. It's just, the team's not hard to play. It's really just V4taro, Mista, V4taro, nope, other way around. Mista, V4taro, Mista, V4taro, Mista, V4taro, over and over and over again until the end of the game. And honestly, I'm not a Mista fan. People asking me if I'm a Mista fan, I'm not. We've gotten so many block panel score attacks lately that it seems to be all I'm playing. Except for that one score attack where I used cars, all of the block panel score attacks, Mista, 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 over and over again. I really wish they'd throw up some variety, which is why I'm happy this is one of those 10-day long score attacks instead of like a whole 3-week score attack. Because New Year's is coming up, and it's very, very soon, we should be getting the data download tomorrow when you wake up in the morning. Not the data download, the news. The data download comes after. But, it's a shorter score attack, obviously. Trish and Polnareff are very cool. If Anniversary's lame, I'm definitely going to do another summon. I actually did another summon off camera, and I pulled a duplicate of Okuyasu from my multi, which isn't bad because now he's level 80, but I really just wanted Trish or Polnareff. And that's really it. I'll summon if New Year's isn't as hype as everybody's making it seem. Because it usually is. It usually is really hype. Last year, I remember, was Sheer Heart Attack, Act 3 were new, and then a rerun of the old V4taro before this one was out. So it was best unit in the game, along with 2 new, cool, really decent units. At the time, they were decent units. But that's why I am saving 2,000 gems for this. But, I mean, Polnareff and Trish are cool. I'm definitely not going to tell you to not summon on the banner. But it is clearly, they just threw back Ranhan, they just threw back Joseph, they just threw back Caesar. They're clearly trying to bait you into summoning before New Year's comes out. So I would not recommend summoning before New Year's, but I'm not going to stop you from summoning if they're your favorite characters. If they're your favorite characters, go for it. I mean, it's a lot. I'm going to save up for Bucciarati and Bacchio, not because they're good. I mean, at level 80, they are top of the tier list. But just because Bucciarati's my favorite JoJo character, I mean, do I really need a reason other than that? I would have gone way more into the Tuno banner instead of just doing step 1 if Bucciarati and Bacchio wasn't a unit, because then it would be the only voice Bucciarati in the game. And yeah, it's really all I have to say about it. It's just, this run, it's not hard. It's getting a little repetitive. I really want them to make a score attack, at least just some open board score attack. That's all they need to do. Perfect, done. I would be perfectly fine with playing V-Res V4taro again. At least it's different. At least something changes. At least, you know, you have more freedom in the teams you want to run. I feel like we'd see more Diavolo and 3 Geo teams again because of an open board. Because they're level 80 awakenings, they can get a lot higher scores now. And it's just over and over again with these black panel score attacks. It made me more fun if I had Giorno Mista. I was not fortunate enough to pull them, so there's nothing I could do about it. I just didn't pull them. And if you were wondering with this run, I don't know exactly why it happens, I don't know how to make it happen, but after you destroy a certain amount of block panels, I know for a fact that the holes go away. It's going to be really soon for this run, but that's when you make 5x5s, and that's how you improve the score of this team. There are people who have been getting 50 mil, over 50 mil with this team. My run's only going to end up being around 47 mil here. That's just because you need to make more 5x5s. I got kind of unlucky, but instead of trying to get a higher score run, I wanted to throw up the run earlier so people could see it. It's just making 5x5s gives you an extra 500,000 damage each. So if you make 6 more 5x5s compared to what I do in this run, in which the last stand-up time can obviously be improved a lot, but if you make 6 more 5x5s than 4x4s in this run, boom, 50 million, easy. Add an extra 3 million to your run. It's just how important it is. And this run I get pretty unlucky. Usually 1 or 2 panels are always blocked off, so I don't get to make the 5x5. It's just unfortunate, and you can keep trying over and over and over again, like right there. I was in the middle of making 5x5 this Echoes match. I can't do anything about that. And you just have to keep trying and trying and trying. That's what a lot of it is. Just playing it again to try to optimize your score before the score attack ends is how score attacks are. If you really want those top scores, you gotta try to perfect that score. And it's just, again, I really wish they'd make an open score attack, at least for more teams. I know a lot of newer players don't quite have these units. Like, many people playing the very starter teams, because, you know, New Year's is a very new player pulling event. People running Jonathan in Act 1 are struggling on this score attack because the block panels, not the block panels, the hole panels really suck for Jonathan Koichi. If you're Jonathan skill 2, he covers the block panels, but Koichi enhances them, and that's it. You don't destroy the block panels, the holes are there the whole game. It's just really unfortunate to see that they're making it so much harder for newer players to get higher scores. Because even if your world rank doesn't change based on it, it is fun to see higher scores. You know, you might be complaining that top in the world's over 100 million or something with a level 80 unit, but wouldn't it feel better instead of getting about 2 mil to get 5 mil with your team and get all the rewards at least? That's my main point. It's just the rewards. You really want the rewards from score attack every single time, and there's a lot of more players than you'd imagine who can't get that 5 mil because they're starting out. And getting those chests is really important to start grinding up your units to get those scores. I really hoping the next one's easier. But, of course, if we get another eraser, like Polnareff is the new unit, then it's not going to be that way. We're going to get another unit that just destroys block panels. So, a lot of people are hoping for Bites the Dust. I don't know for sure if it'll be Bites the Dust, but I'm definitely considering it as a possibility. Just because we just got the Kira with Stray Cat, and Kira with Stray Cat is pretty much Bites the Dust without the ability. It's what people wanted to see, but he doesn't yell, "Bites the dust," like he would otherwise. It's just, there's a lot of speculation, and there's nothing definitive yet. We'll just have to wait until the announcement tomorrow. But I am really hoping Anniversary's hype. The game does need to pull a lot more players, make some more money. And not make more money because people are spending money for level 80 awakenings, make more money because the units are cooler. If you make the units cooler, people will want the units more. People summon on banners, which I would not recommend summoning on, just because they think the units are cool, and that's completely understandable. That's what they need to be doing to make money. Make the units cool enough people want to summon, and if you make the units cooler, then more people will want to play the game, and then there's more people to spend money. That's really it. I think that's all I have to say this time around. This run, I think right here is another one. I'm super close to making a 5x5. Oh, nope. I think this one's this one's a success. But, that's really it. It's just, they need to make units that are cooler to attract more players, and then the more players will spend more money. I'm not saying, you know, oh, they're not doing enough, because there are a lot of cool units, and I really don't know how to make the units cooler, but I've seen some fan concepts I really, really like. And if they're waiting to keep those units for long term for the game, like Awakened Cars or Blinded Wamu are two examples I'm thinking of right off the bat, because I've seen really, really cool fan creations of those. I just think they should really shell a lot of them out right now. If more players come to the game, they won't need to wait for the hype banners, they'll just play the game. And, you know, I don't know how to run a company, I can't quite say everything, but that's just personally what I think they need to do. It needs to be a little more beginner friendly. Maybe give maybe instead of giving one free multi for starting the game, give 3 or so then get a good baseline, and then play with the characters they like more before having to focus on meta. More beginner friendly events, because I know you can't play Formidable Enemy if you're just starting, you can't play All Out War if you're just starting, there's no way you're getting any of those rewards, which really does suck, but there's nothing you can do about it. Then all you have left to play is the story mode events and the beginners events, with like the front card with the 12 areas, and you can't even beat all the 12 areas. I think there needs to be a little more content, and banners need to be a little more exciting for just a little bit so the player base can grow first. And that's how I feel about the state of the game right now. I'm gonna go until the end of this run, review the score and see what I think. I'll see you in a bit.
Star Platinum, the world! Ora! 時は動き出す。やれやれ。間に合ったぜ。スタープラチナ、ザ・ワールド。オラオラオラオラオラオラ。時は動き出す。やれやれ。間に合ったぜ。スタープラチナ、ザ・ワールド。オラオラオラオラオラオラ。時は動き出す。やれやれ。間に合ったぜ。スタープラチナ、ザ・ワールド。オラオラオラオラオラオラ。時は動き出す。やれやれ。間に合ったぜ。
Unfortunately, because I was so focused on making the 5x5, I really screw up this loop and end up not making the V4taro loop happen because of these extra boxes, and so my score goes down quite significantly. I think I said 47 million earlier. I meant 45 because it would have been 47 if I made a 5x5 during this stand-up time. Which sucks, but it's the reality of it. Yeah, it's gonna be 46, yeah. But it would have been 47 if I'd actually made a big, except there's those 2 block panels in the way, so I end up just with the 45.6 million here. And it sucks, but like I said before, it's just trial and error. I can keep doing runs, but I really wanted to throw one up because the score tech won't be on for that much longer after today, because they want to add a new one for New Year's and do a new whole New Year event. But they couldn't go like a week and a half without any banners. It would it'd be too bad. They would lose too much money. It would just suck. And so yeah, here it is, 46 million. I think the highest I've seen possible for this team is 54 million. Obviously, if you have Trish and Paul the Riff, you get them as support. If you have if you don't have your Sekko at level 46 and 2-star, 2+ levels, then it's a lot easier. It can be improved, but I think well into top 100 is good enough. And anyways, guys, I hope you all enjoy. You can see more runs or more recommended content on the left here, or if you feel like giving me a subscribe, you can do that on the right here. I really appreciate all of your support, and I'll catch you later.